When I was in middle school, I took orchestra as an elective and inadvertently fell in love with music. I had this orchestra teacher, Mrs. Susan B. McCrae, who was only 4 feet 8 inches tall, but she was fierce. She didn't care about the fact that this was an elective. She took music very seriously. She had this thing about becoming one with the music. I can still hear her voice now.
Read the notes, memorize the notes, become one with the music. You must anticipate what is coming next based on the rhythm.
As an 11-year-old, I had no idea what she meant by becoming one with the music. I played the cello, an instrument that wasn't as big as a bass, but wasn't as small as a violin, so it kept me from getting picked on by my friends. There's this moment in orchestra, though, that is burned into my brain. We were preparing for a recital, and one of the songs had a section in it that was very difficult to play. Neither I or my fellow cello mates were able to play this section without messing it up.
We're less than 2 weeks away, and you guys are destroying the most important part of this music.
Mrs. McCrae was frustrated. More frustrated than I've ever seen her before. You should have seen her. She's sitting in her conductor's chair, head in her hands, feet dangling off of the chair.
Close your eyes and play the first 4 notes.
My cello mates and I looked at each other.
Close your eyes.
We snapped into position. We were not playing with Mrs. McCrae.
Play the first 4 notes. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
This went on for the remainder of the class until we got it right.
Great music takes time to learn. When you can't get it, you must shut out all of the noise, all of the distractions. Close your eyes and focus. Focus, focus, focus. Focusing on one thing requires patience and confidence.
By this point, Mrs. McCrae has hopped out of the conductor's chair and walks slowly up to our cello section.
It's like a lion who crouches and waits for his prey. He is focused. He is not moving or looking around. Instead, he is watching his prey, seeing how they move, seeing if they have any friends with them. And at the right moment, he pounces.
As we played those 4 notes with our eyes shut, we were learning to trust ourselves, to believe we could play this difficult section even if we couldn't see the notes of the music. This powerful combination of visualizing the music and developing self-confidence has become my secret weapon in business and in life. Before I walk into big presentations or crucial client meetings, I close my eyes and I visualize myself succeeding. I visualize every detail, my posture, my voice, the impact of my words. I rehearse it over and over. This mental rehearsal doesn't just prepare me, it fills me with unshakable confidence. When I open my eyes, I feel like I can conquer anything. What could you accomplish if you slowed down and closed your eyes to visualize your own success? Pitching high-end clients requires confidence that goes beyond talent or skill. But if you're honest with yourself, the real mental block you're having is that you can't even see yourself closing that client. Like, you feel like that number that you really want to ask for, that big number, is so out of reach that you won't even put effort and energy into trying. You won't invest into going into that conference where you might meet the potential client. You won't even ask your client, your current client, for a referral to their friends. You won't even prepare by meeting with the coach. Or even worse, you won't put yourself out there on social media. Now, don't get me wrong. It's true that if you level up, you might lose some of your current clients. But it's also true that if you level up, you won't struggle to make ends meet or feel exhausted week after week because you're dealing with demanding and low-paying clients. I want you to hear me when I say this. You are enough. Right now, today, in this moment, you are enough. In the same way that Mrs. McCrae had us close our eyes and imagine playing the first 4 notes, I want you to imagine playing your own 4 notes. I want you to close your eyes and imagine that you see yourself sitting in the room, sitting across from that dream client. I want you to imagine hearing their voice as they say to you, "Oh my gosh, You don't know how long we've been waiting to meet someone like you. Please send us an invoice so we can get started immediately. Imagine feeling yourself shaking their hand firmly as you walk out of the office, knowing that you've just closed this deal. Imagine the sweet smell of success. Maybe it's the smell of your favorite drink or the smell of your favorite steak. Imagine yourself unlocking your true potential and not backing out of trying out of fear. Close your eyes. Replay the moment. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. There are no limitations to what you can accomplish. The only limitations you have are the ones you create.